Hi guys, in this video we are going to learn how we can send data from one screen to another in Flutter. There can be a scenario sometimes you have to pass the data from first screen, or you can say class A to class B, or you can say screen A to screen B, but we will denote it as a class because in Flutter we use the classes. Okay, so how exactly we can do that? So going ahead, let's start to that, and we can see how the data, because there can be different scenarios where we have to send the data. So first of all, we have to create two classes and we will send data from first class to another. So let's start that. So here is our application. What I'm gonna do, I'll create one class first here. Okay, and I'll make it as a dart file. I will say as a screen A, just like that. And then, and one more thing, in this case you have to use the stateful classes, so it's become easy because there will be a data coming. You can also use stateless, so we will do here first with the help of stateful. Okay, stateful. Okay, I'll say as a screen A for data. Okay, now once we do it, we have to import this here, import package library. Okay, now how we going to jump from one screen to another? So before that, jumping to one screen another, what we're gonna do is we have to create one section here of where a button will be clicked. Through that button we're going to another class. So I'll create one more here. Okay, and I will call it as a screen B. Okay, and we'll do it as a stateful screen B data. Okay, once we do this, we have to import all these features. Okay, now what we have done here, we want to create from data from one screen to another. So as by default in every class we need to have something like a structure where there will be a button, because right now this is just a placeholder, so it will not show you anything in the screen. One more thing going ahead, before that I will just into the main class, I will just make this section to be import, so that when the application start we will have a facility. Once we are going to make a long big applications, then it will be a different story for you. But here what we can do is we have to start it with the concept of scaffold, and in the scaffold we will have like a app bar. Okay, and in that app bar we'll have like this, and title we will using some text, and in the text we will be using send data. Okay, now after this app bar we will have a body. In body what we're gonna do is actually we are going to create an elevated button. Okay, elevated button, and with the help of this elevated button what we're gonna do is we are exactly, when the user will click on this button, at that time the data will be going to the next screen. So if you remember, we have earlier created the registration button, so registration screen page. So what we can do, we can take this button here, so it will help you to save the time. You can just simply copy from here, and I will just put it over here. Okay, now it's saying submit form, so no need to do that, you just do like this. Okay, now I just remove it. I can do that, send data. Okay, so the functionality is when we click on button, some data will be sent. Okay, so how we going to send the data and how we are going to give information about the next screen, means which screen we have to send data and which will be receiving our data. Okay, so going to the next screen first, we will have also this section. Okay, so where we are going to show this data. So how we can do that, we can just simply make it as well here, section as we have made it here. We can just simply copy paste over here, not to worry, this it's just a simple, a basic example, and we can just simply import it here. As we already know in the previous videos, you can understand how we're going to use a scaffold. In the scaffold have app bar, and then we will be able to show it here whatever the data. So what we're gonna do is we are going to show it the data here. Okay, in the body we are going to put text, and just right now leave it like this. Okay, so here what is this? This is a screen data. So in the previous video what we have learned, that how we going to send the data to the another screen. Okay, so what we're gonna do is navigator, okay, navigator, okay, dot push. Okay, we're going to push, and with the help of this push, and then we will be root will be material page root. Okay, in that builder, what is going to be there? Your build context means it will be inside this builder context, and then will be context. And what we're gonna do is we are going to get this screen. Okay, so we coming here and then this. Okay, so right now is giving me error. The reason is very simple, because it has not been imported, because in Flutter whenever you want to give to reference, you have to simply import it. Okay, so what exactly here from this screen, once we're gonna do is we simply send the data from one to another screen, but right now we are not sending any data. As you can see, it is empty here. So how exactly we are going to send data? Okay, so doing that, we go to the first screen. We no need this one. What we're gonna do is we can do string. Okay, a string, and we can say that you put it like this, or up to you like this. Okay, string data variable. Okay, then done. Once we are done, then we're gonna do is we're going to ahead and we're going to do this. This is the method. We're gonna take this method and then bracket. In the bracket, we are going to do like this. Okay, and then put the semicolon. We have to put like this: required this dot data variable. Which variable? This one. As it's saying that expected definer, so we can just simply, we already have this one, so we don't need it because it starts from here and it ends here. Okay, so I can just put it like this, Control Alt L, so it will be formatted. Okay, now if you come to the previous screen, you will see the error here. What is saying? Add required argument data variable. So I'll just do that, and then here what I'm going to say, data from screen A. Now as you can see, data from screen A. Now this will receive this data. Now but once you receive it, how we are going to show that data? To do that, we have to come here and we call one method in the previous video, if you have seen it, override. Okay, void init state. Okay, this will help you to get that data. Okay, so after that, super dot init state. Okay, now we are going to create one variable and we are going to show the data from the first screen to this one, this section. Okay, so first of all, what we're gonna do is we are going to put as a string value. Okay, just put like this. If you want to put it as a empty also, you can put like this, so you can define it as a string. Now this value will have this value. How we're going to do that? So value, okay, equals to widget. We have to use the word widget dot data variable. Okay, now it's asking you add a null check, because it's a string, so it can be story that there will be a null data. After that, we come here and instead of this double quotes, we have to just put this value. Now we control save it. Okay, and then we're going to start it. As we have in the first screen, what we have this, we have the data from screen A. Data from screen A. As you can see this, how it's coming, the data from screen A. So now in case we want to change it, that some value from first screen. Simple concept. You reload it, value from first. So like this, you can have sending the data from first screen to another screen. So that's all in this video. See you in another video.